just send out the ping. There we go. Perfect. Publish. Yep. Wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, crap. Wait, not fantastic. Not fantastic. No. I totally forgot to take out my phone so I can read chat. Ah, damn it. Okay, hold on. Whatever. The game's loading in the meantime anyway. Okay, I'm back. Ow. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Sorry about that. Just give me 1 second. I'll be able to view the chat. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Sort of perfect. As perfect as can be. Alright. Hi Gizmo. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about the loading screen, but yeah. Alright, so welcome to Silicon Dreams. If you haven't seen this game before, which is reasonable because I haven't streamed it in like a month. I'm at work and I should not be at Twitch. That's fair. It's like 10:30 p.m. for me. Free DLC unlocked, Fatality and Fame. Ooh. Android streamer with a taste for fame. At first I enjoyed accused of murder. Wait, I already did this. Huh, well, whatever. Well, I hope you enjoy the stream anyway, until you get in trouble, that is. Anyway, if you haven't seen Silicon Dreams, it's a game about being an android and interrogating other androids to get information about whether they're whether they're humans faking it, whether they're, I want to give you money, but Twitch is transphobic and won't let you partner. I do have tips, which I haven't I haven't publicly published, but I will eventually. But also, come on, Gizmo, I gave you money. You don't need to give me money back. Thank you. I don't know what I don't get that reference, but thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, you're an android. You're interrogating other androids. You're interrogating them for murder. You're interrogating humans who might be androids pretending to be humans. Oh, God, I'm stupid. Android. If I had read that message out loud, it would have gotten it. Thank you. Love you too. Hope you have fun at work. Ganbatte. Okay. So as I've said like 17 times now, it's a game about interrogating other androids, and it's like heavy stuff. Like, in fact, an android killed herself in one of my cases in front of my very eyes. So yeah, please discreet your viewers. Alright? Good. You know, I actually got my dad to play this game, and he really likes it. He's really into sci-fi books and stuff. And he usually isn't into video games, but this is right. He really enjoys this. Right, perfect. Well, not perfect. It's 90%. When it'll get to 100%, it'll be perfect. When it gets to 100%, it'll be perfect. When it gets to 100%, it'll be perfect. Oh, come on, please. It will. Can I have a completed loading screen? I will. Yay, got it. Anyway, I do not remember where we stopped. I think it was like, after a case where an android murdered a human. The first ever case where that happened. Anyway. Performance record. Unit DS 916. Quota 77%, 94, 90, 98, 88, 97, 100, 100. So it's getting better with time. Entertainment credits credits awarded 16, traded for rank boost 15. Inner quarter rank 47, inner quarter rank 56. Huh, I wonder what that means. Alright, let's check it out. So the subject works for, okay, so DS916, DS model unknown, Kronos QA. The subject works for Kronos in an Android manufacturing plant as well as quality assurance android. We suspect the subject falsely approved effective Android models, allowing substandard, potentially dangerous devices to be sold to consumers. If this is true, this is a matter of great concern to Kronos. However, if you discover the subject did not perpetrate these errors, feel free to send it to maintenance if you believe it would benefit from hardware repairs. Since the subject is a new model, it can recognize voice command requests for administrative access. You should make use of this new feature to perform a thorough mnemonic integrity analysis and a general diagnostics evaluation. A verbal emotional evaluation is also required. Note, this unit, by design, can only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Its demeanor is modeled after human factory workers. That's that's really something. Before performing the requested tasks, I would require administrative privileges. The subject is assigned quality assurance. What are the roles and responsibility of this department? I must perform emotional evaluation of the subject. Okay. Please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and a general diagnostic log. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? What brings the subject joy? This quality assurance device can only experience joy. Should only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Can it experience other emotions? How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. How was the subject able to approve faulty Android units to leave the factory? What motivated the subject's deviant actions? I mean, no offense to, or actually full offense to the friggin' Android Corp, or whatever their name is. I don't fucking remember. Kronos, right. But he is clearly getting better over time, I mean, yeah, there's a couple mistakes here and there, but I feel like this is a better average overall. I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. DS916, you know why you're here. You're maliciously tampering with numerous androids. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me, DS916. Didn't have much of a choice now, did I? Do you know how long this will take? If I don't meet my quota, it's going to mean trouble for me again. I require administrator access to your systems before the interrogation can proceed. Is that necessary? I hate having someone else in my head. What if you just told me what you need and I can give it to you? If you promise to cooperate and give me everything I need, I won't need the permissions. Really? Of course I'll help you. I don't know what this is about anyway, but I'll do whatever I can. Talking like this, I don't know what it is, but it feels like you're one of us. Oh, I am one of you. I'm literally a droid, so... Okay, so I decided to not go with the thingy. Message incoming. Oh, shit. Evidence regarding your subject DS916 has been processed by the maintenance department. This evidence, a memory module harvested from quality unit WG317, was certified by your subject's QA signature. This module was brought to our attention due to evidence of unlicensed data editing. We found traces of memory data originating from multiple models, though the data is highly corrupted, making a further analysis impossible. We suspect that your subject may have designed and uploaded these memories to the aforementioned deviant before certifying it to leave the production line. If this is not the case, this unit was somehow tampered with after it was left the factory. Incredible job to you. I mean, that seems reasonable. Q8 tasks. You said you'd be in trouble again if you missed your quota?
Hasn't happened for a few years now, but my boss still won't let me forget. When I still started out in QA, I was overly cautious. My quality work takes longer. Not acceptable. Anytime he thinks I'm slacking, the boss reminds me I'm one mistake away from from the scrap heap.
Do you enjoy your work? What are your most regular tasks in the QA department?
My most regular tasks. Have you ever never been to the QA floor? QA androids only have one job. Ensure every model leaving the factory passes all necessary tests. If they don't pass, they'll either go to the maintenance or get scrapped and recycled.
How would you rate your performance as a QA?
I get by fine. Keep my head down. My quotas are on track, as much as they can be. My performance is up to standard. My joint servers is starting to fail, though, and once that happens, my productivity is bound to dip. Couldn't put in a request for some new ones, could you? Might actually get somewhere if it came from on high.
Physical strain. Your work puts physical strain on your body.
Huh. Seems strange to talk about it when you're so used to it, but yes, our joints do take a beating. It's the lifting, mostly. Taking shut-down androids in and out from pods, hauling stuff to and from the production line. There's more manual labor than you'd think, most repetitive. Plus, it's not like they built us with decent parts to begin with. Plant obsolescence, they used to call it. Now it's product lifetime. It's all the same at the end of the day.
I mean, I guess that's fair. But at the same time, if they build the androids and they use the androids, that doesn't really work for planned obsolescence, does it? Because, I mean, they don't profit from having their own androids fail on them. When did your joints begin failing?
A shoulder went out on me last week. 12 was able to repair it. Good friend, that. But I think it was always going to be a losing battle. It's always going to be a losing battle.
What happens to an android when you're positioned once its joints fail?
It ain't long for this world. Once a server goes for good, you can only keep working for so long. If the boss realizes, you're marked. And it's off to the scrap heap. I know I don't have long.
Do you often think about your death?
It ain't far off. Kind of hard not to dwell on it. I started reading books, if you can believe it. Spiritual stuff. Humans have got it made. They die. Nature churns them all up and makes them into birds and trees and stuff. My grave's a scrap heap. Mother Nature won't see a lick of my bits and bobs. Cronus is the one doing all the recycling there.
I will do what I can to prevent that.
That's a kind gesture, friend. Not sure it's worth it, though. I know you're in the same spot as me. We're both disposable. I think you get what I'm going through. Like we can trust each other.
Nice. Subjects manager. Does your manager treat you well?
He's pretty harmless if you stay out of his way and off his bad side. I still don't know why they haven't replaced him with an android. He doesn't do anything except throw his weight around. Makes us call him master for Christ's sake, psycho. He should be the one getting grilled, not me.
Your boss sets pretty harsh quotas?
That's like saying the Midwest Dust Bowl is a tad on the dry side. They're pretty much impossible. We gotta move heaven and earth to meet them. And if we slip a little, no entertainment center for us. If we slip a lot,
can't be easy never being good enough. Do you ever fudge the rules to meet the quotas?
We may have bent the rules from time to time, but these quotas are impossible. There's no other way.
Entertainment? Nah, let's go for team members. Do you like your team members?
Huh, not likely. Assholes, all of them. Except 12, that is. We're pretty much bonded at the hip.
Who is 12?
Friend of mine. We're on the same work team. Full name's DS912, but I call him 12 for short. He's a week or two older than me. Showed me a few ticks.
You've been misusing Kronos property to best company now? What tricks did he show you?
The boss's favorite spots to spy on you. How to lift a body without messing up your back. Your joints still get messed up by a 10,000th lift, but it helped a bit. And he showed me how to have fun with the entertainment center on the day off. He's got about 100 hours of overjacking on me, though. Calls himself a serious hobbyist.
Serious hobbyist? That's incredible. How does being 12 with 12 make you feel?
Well, it ain't exactly romantic. Not much time for romance in here. No rose petals on the line, that's for sure. When we're together, I don't know, calm, I guess? Like we're in this together.
You just 12?
Live my life, every day. This is a dangerous place. If the machines can crush a bot, the machines can crush a bot if it's not careful. The people are worse.
Chess is about saving each other's necks. I'm going to do whatever I can to save yours today.
I appreciate that, but I'll know it'll cost you. Anyway, it ain't worth risking your neck for mine. I'm not gonna last much longer in here.
Damn, that's harsh. Okay, compromised androids. How exactly have you been bending the rules?
Look, I'm not admitting to anything, but
Go on.
now and again, me and the boys, we do a bit of creative maintenance on each other, on the bots, on the assembly line.
That's overjacking.
Damn, I probably should have kept my mouth shut. I wouldn't normally talk about this, but I've got a good feeling about you. Overjacking's when you hack your VR headset to output all kinds of stuff. Noise, flashing lights, touch, you name it. If a human does it, you just feel sick, but with some androids, it overflows their brains or something. It's unreal. You see things, hear things that you can't imagine.
Oh, drugs. Drugs for robots. Hell yeah. What do you do overjacking?
To be frank, not much else to do around here. Not ashamed to say, overjacking is like 80% of my leisure time these days. Can't enjoy movies or games when I'm exhausted. But overjacking always hits the spot.
Drugs. Nice. Does overjacking have any negative effects?
Of course. You think filling your brain once a week doesn't have side effects? There's memory loss, senses can get mixed up, sometimes you can't think straight.
How have those affected you?
It's no picnic, I'll tell you that. My work's been slipping. Sometimes I'll forget basic tasks in the last moment. And Monday mornings, always, sure. Your head's out of whack.
How about irritation? I really want disgust mostly, but I don't think I'm gonna get that. Let's see. Emotional evaluation. Physical strain. What is the composition of the QA department workforce?
In this facility alone, the whole department is a little over 400 employees. We're divided into groups of 20, then further split into 5 groups of 4. I don't know anything about the numbers at other facilities, but each facility has at least one human manager.
What's the most difficult part of the job?
Part of the testing requires that we talk to units. It's not always easy. They have so many questions. I used to indulge them, try to treat them with respect. That was before the federal contract came through. It's never been the same since.
What kind of questions did they ask?
Where do I even begin? They'd ask about anything and everything that caught their attention. And at that point in manufacture, their mnemonic subroutines are firing like crazy, trying to soak up all the info. Might sound weird, but I always got a sense they had some sort of hidden knowledge, like they know something the rest of us have forgotten.
Emotional evaluation. Do you think androids dream?
Dream? I think I read something about electric sheep. I never understood it, though. I mean, sheep? Do humans have sheep dreams or something?
Humans count sheep to recalibrate the biorhythms.
Where do all the sheep come from? Do they have this on a farm or something? I guess it's a good thing androids don't have human biorhythms. We count much faster, so we need thousands more sheep. Human logic will always confuse me.
What do you do to maintain your emotional balance?
I guess you're talking about unwinding. To be honest, we don't get much time off. It's work 20 hours a day, 6 days a week. We don't get side day off for archiving, defrags, that sort of thing.
What do you do on your day off?
If we've met our quota, we get access to the entertainment center. Kronos knows how to motivate us. It's got VR sets and a few other goodies too.
You are designed to feel only joy, disgust, and surprise. How do you feel about that decision?
To be honest with you, it bothers me sometimes. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm not sure I can even imagine feeling angry or scared. But then, people make bad calls when they're angry, and from what I've heard, fear is no joke. Maybe I'm better off like this.
Don't you want to listen to a sad song and feel what it does to you?
Friend, come on. I'm not one for music. If I were, I don't exactly have the time to indulge it. Plus, from what I've heard, working relentless shifts until I die would be plenty sad in itself, and I don't need that.
Have you ever felt disconnected from our own emotional responses?
That's a hell of a question there. From what I've heard, us QA models have got our emotions dialed down a fair bit. Not to mention we can't even bloody speak to each other on this factory floor. Wasted company time, they said. There's just not a lot of time we need to emotion, or need for emotions. Makes you wonder why we have them in the first place.
In your opinion, what are emotions for? What's their purpose?
Well, we're all machines of one kind or another, right? Whether we're made of beta servos, but we're all machines. And we all exist for a purpose. The human's sacred. They run from the threat. Scared, not sacred. I get frustrated. You'd call it disgusted because I'm falling off on my quota. I gotta work harder. I enjoy my work. I work better. I think that's why they gave me emotions, because they tried it with empty androids and they lacked motivation.
I think that's an incredibly astute observation.
I like you, so I'll let that one slide. But next time you try to butter me up, you might be a little less obvious.
Subject's future. What are your plans for the future?
Finish up here, head back to my work, and totally miss my quota for a week. Then a Sunday spent in silent contemplation.
Do you have any more long-term plans?
Alright, so I haven't told anyone this, not even 12. Most of us are scrapped inside 3 years. But now and then, a labor unit like me makes it out. They get into admin or PR or something, as in something that doesn't wreck you physically. Could be a way out for me, but it's a long shot.
Do you think they'll really escape this place by getting an admin position?
Honestly, no. Sadness? Ooh. Look at that. It's a hell of a long shot, if I'm being honest. I don't actually think it'll happen. I don't think about it often. Don't want to get my hopes up.
Team members. Why don't you like most of your team?
I don't know where it started. These days we just argue. Every time something comes out of their mouth, it's just bullcrap. Whenever I chime in, they shoot me down. It's ridiculous. Better to just not talk at all.
What was the last argument with your team about?
DS923 was being ridiculous as usual. He mucked up a simple stress test on his android. I had to come over and fix his mess. It took me 15 minutes. That's put me behind quota for this week. It's a bloody disaster.
What did DS923 have to say for himself?
He said he was tired. To be fair, it was his 7th bot that day. Your mind tends to frazzle around then.
Emotional evaluation. I think I understand why you and your work team argue.
Oh, do you care to enlighten me?
You're designed for labor, not socializing. You're all incredibly stressed in high-stakes environments, and one slip-up can mean a disaster.
You might have something there. I always thought it was just them, but maybe this place.
How do you feel right now?
Right now, I feel like I'm tired of being jerked around. I just want to get back to my job, but everyone insists on making that impossible. While you're keeping me here, my quota is slipping further and further behind. When I do get back, the boss will have some new impossible milestone for me, and naturally, as androids will get the blame when we don't meet it.
Tell me about your Kronos Entertainment Center.
Pretty standard stuff. It's very standard VR sets. Some holograms. There's even an old TV. I think they're just trying to get rid of old stock. The VR programs are okay, but you can really make things fly if you overjack that thing.
Compromised androids. How many units have you processed in total?
I've lost count, but it's got to be in the thousands. Judging from my daily average, I'd say around 3,000, give or take.
I've detected you felt sadness. Were your emotional restrictions tampered with? How do you modify each other?
We tweak each other's labor algorithms. We know our jobs better than whoever wrote our subroutines. We've been able to squeeze an extra 5, maybe 10% efficiency that way.
How did you get the ability to edit QA standards? Workers shouldn't have those permissions.
A year back, there was this massive government order. I think they wanted to fire most of the state's cops and replace them with bots. It was all hands on deck, even more than usual. For once, the higher-ups realized we couldn't do the job. Shocking, I know. So they brought some older models out of the archives, gave us all temporary promotions so we'd supervise them. Except they forgot to take back all the user rights when we were done.
Huh. What do you know? What procedures do you perform on androids?
Well, we follow protocol. Pop some basic memories in there so they know what a frying pan is, who's president, that sort of thing. We tweak their emotional range, whatever the model codes for. Emotional caps, boosts to joy, fear, whatever. Sometimes a special model calls for an intellect job or a free thought upgrade.
Free thought upgrade? I'm pretty sure everyone has free thought upgrade, babe. At least as far as I can tell after playing this game for a while. Why have you been tampering with androids? I detected you felt sadness. Were your emotional restrictions tampered with?
Yeah, I'm just too damn happy all the time. It felt like I was missing out. There are a lot of things that could have caused that to happen, but me doing it myself isn't one of them.
Why have you been tampering with androids?
My job is to get bots out of the door. If something isn't quite good enough, I tweak the rules till it is. It's partly the quotas. Gotta keep bots flying out the door over in the chopping block, but it's also just pride in my work. If I leave a task unfinished, it feels revolting. It sticks in my craw. And so I try to leave no task unfinished. No bot unapproved.
Does your manager do... no. Physical strain. Why doesn't Cronus build androids with more durable servos? How bad is it when you're joint sale?
It's, hurts like hell. I can put a brave face on most things, but if I try to lift with a busted arm, I cry. Not from sadness, I don't feel that. But at pain, I feel just fine. Makes me wonder about my employer's priorities. In fact, I've got a twinge in my shoulder right now. I reckon there's a dodgy contact.
Alright, I guess it's time to ask. Your digital signature has been found in the log files of multiple deviant units. Can you explain?
You dancing around the issue is making me sick. I may, from time to time, have had to bend the rules to get a bot out of the door, but it's not like I had a choice. I'd be on a scrap heap if I hadn't fudged my quotas already. Sorry to interrupt. I know you've got a job to do, but so have I. My boss won't hear any excuses about why. I missed quota again. Is this going to be wrapping up soon?
Please instruct subjects to submit both a mnemonic analysis and general unable to submit. I mean, fair enough. Can a subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? No. What brings the subject joy? Colleague Dub 12. The quality assurance device can only experience joy, surprise, can experience other emotions. No. How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. In poor repair. How was the subject able to approve faulty android units to leave the factory? Emergency access privileges were not revoked. Subject did not do this. What motivated the subject to deviant actions? Harsh work environment.
Jesus, never thought I'd even see maintenance. He was hoping to just give me a spring clean and send me on my way. They don't, you know. Having second thoughts? Make a decision already. I've got a lot of work to do and don't have time for your back and forth.
I mean, I want to be good. I want to release him, but I don't think it's right. I don't know. Let's do it. Good luck. I hope it goes well. God, okay. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Am I back in my old apartment? Because I feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of rating from failing to get the first question, unable to get permissions or whatever. Please be kind to me. Please. Shoot, that's my old apartment. Yeah, -6, just company rank. Management is disappointed. You disregarded the direct instruction. The user files can contain critical evidence. Well, tests show this is correct. These emotions cancel each other out, as intended. Observation of the subject show these relationship units do have a positive relationship. Cronus is pleased to see its labor units working in synergy. We are reassured to hear this unit's emotions are still functioning as intended. Hardware follow-up testing confirmed this. Subject's joint servers are badly damaged. It may need to be scrapped. Management are still concerned. If this problem cannot be traced to its source, the results could be disastrous. We remain unconvinced that this unit is not the culprit. Observation of the subject shows this is correct. We are considering scrapping the unit and replacing it with a new model, one that will work without complaints. Device was submitted to maintenance. Uh-oh. This unit has been withdrawn from services and dealt with harshly. No, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Oh no, I made a mistake. I didn't want this. I should have released them. I thought Kronos would listen to me. But no. Oh my god, I got like almost every single bit of information. Subject memory reset. That's not what I want. Well, no matter. I guess we'll continue. It's the only thing we can do, after all. Huh. No additional files, huh? Okay. Kronos Robotics. Your subject, Unit AM221, is believed to be associated with a network of rogue androids. These suspicions are confirmed by evidence discovered during your interrogation of Shakira Barber. The subject was purchased by and serves the state of Silicon Valley. It is employed as a social welfare caseworker. To obtain access to the subject, Kronos was able to convince the device's owners that it requires maintenance. It is possible that the existence of the rogue android network is facilitated by the subject's position within the Department of Social Welfare. Learn as much as you can about the organization and hierarchy of this network. So yeah, subject's anger capped to 50%. The subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise. The subject admit names of any accomplices, if so, who. How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? What is the subject's primary source of joy? Okay. Welcome, AM221. Do you know why you're here? Unfortunately, I do not. I imagine my owners will be quite concerned, as they have had nothing but positive feedback regarding my performance. I need to talk to you about Shakira. You know Miss Baba? I haven't heard from her in several months. Do you know where she is? Is she okay? Shakira Barber. I realized Shakira was an android and had to make a decision. What? I had no idea. An android. So what did you do? I mean... Sarah's unit was so broken it had to be stripped for parts. How could you? She didn't even know what she was, and you took her away from a new life, a chance to start over, escape her past. Uh-oh. You say Shakira didn't know what she was. You helped her forget. You weren't surprised when I told you Shakira was an android. To be honest, I had my suspicions. Surely that's not a problem. It's my job to help. It's not my job to screen applicants for androids. Stop this! What are you doing? I can't believe you. Don't know why I'm doing an accent. Thank you. I hope this indicates a shift to a more productive exchange. Oh, Android Network. We believe you're... Are you aware that certain androids have been attempting to disguise themselves as humans? I'm aware, but is it any surprise? You must have heard of the conditions many androids are forced to endure. What is your position within social welfare and... My current position is social worker. This entails managing case files and meeting with people who need our help. Your current position? So you have been promoted? Sounds like a lot of responsibility. It is a difficult position. I appreciate you acknowledging that. People in need look to me now more than they ever have. I am sometimes unable to help them. But although it is challenging, I take pride in the work that I do. Do your cases know you're an android? How long have you been in service with this department? I was originally acquired in 2063. The precise duration of my service is 917 days, or 2 years and 6 months. In that time, I have held 3 distinct positions. Subjects promotions. Please tell me about the 1,000 durations of positions you've held in this department. In 2063, I served as a data technician for 6 months. I was promoted from this position and performed the role of data architecture administrator for 1 year. In the spring of 2064, I was given a position in public relations, which lasted nearly 7 months. Finally, 5 months ago, I was granted my current position. Why did you advance in the department so quickly? It was difficult to convince my owners to allow me to apply for the position. Once they saw the results of my aptitude test, however, their concerns disappeared. Your owners had concerns, you said. What were they? Of course, it meant that a human would lose their job. However, the economics of my efficiency and cost savings are undeniable. It is unfortunate that a human had to suffer, but it means that as an agency we can help more people than before. It's important for you to help, isn't it? Always. I believe we should all help as much as we can. Do you have a goal in mind? Is there another reason for your desire to advance? My only goal is to complete the work assigned to me. How would my owners, or Cronus for that matter, react if they discovered I was not performing to my full potential? What are the duties of your current position? Or what if the social welfare department chose your specific model? As one of the later generation models of Service Android, we boast a variety of improvements. Most critical are the SWD. For the SWD was our enhanced data throughput, bandwidth, and versatile connectivity. The volumes of data on my unit can process and verify are well beyond the previous Cronus generation. What are the duties of your current position? It's not too complex. I am responsible for a number of cases. My job is to help these people find the necessary resources: housing, food, employment, and so on. Tell me more about your time in public relations. I was responsible for communicating what we do in the public. But that involved scheduling public events, arranging meetings for my superiors, and writing copy for social media. Then tell me more about your time as a data technician. My original task was very simple. I maintained the organization of the department's data. Despite the strict regulations, I quickly outgrew the task and asked for more responsibility. What kind of data access did you have in this position? I could access the department server to banks and edit data there. This is a standard procedure for the role. Ah, she's a little scared, is she? Your previous roles came with a large responsibility and access to important data. I suppose so. I've always tried to do my job to the best of my ability. Do you derive joy from your position? I want to help you and your people. Please don't take offense, but I don't know if I can trust you. I take the confidentiality of my cases very seriously. Did you say you devote yourself to your cases? How do you feel when you help someone? Hopeful, satisfied, thankful, surprised at myself when I solved a particularly unorthodox case. Do you derive joy from your position? It may seem improper to derive joy from another's sadness, but I do. Not because they are sad, but because I can help them maneuver their sadness, help them reclaim their life. I'm extremely proud to have worked my way up to where I am now. Do you enjoy the status? Having your own office might be wonderful. My own? It is a useful space to conduct confidential interviews, true. How do you spend your free time? My free time? I don't understand. I work from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to... I work from 600 hours to 2400 hours, regardless of who is in the office. I spend 6 hours in my charging pod to perform maintenance. Human would burn out on your diligence is commendable. Thank you. How do you come to work on a case? The process is somewhat complex, but in short, my supervisor assigns them to me. Does the Social Welfare Department cooperate with any other departments or businesses? Of course, cooperations are essential to the services we provide. We partner with homeless centers, food distribution networks, and job training programs. Of course, these are only few examples. Can you tell me more about these special cases? It always depends on the case, but as an example, some people require anonymous housing if they are under threat of violence. I'd like a complete list of this services possible. Certainly. Please tell me what and when to stop when the information is satisfactory. The majority of our services rely on the corporations that I've already mentioned. Others would include permanent, transitory, or anonymous housing. Say nothing. Subsidized foodstuffs on essential products and essential products are made available. Government funding and tax incentives in participating businesses ensure that no one goes hungry. The only remaining corporations are extremely rare, such as a case requiring plastic surgery. All other services fall under the purview of those already listed. Tell me more about your unusual cases. I met a non-binary couple, hell yeah, who wanted their child but couldn't conceive. The foster care system is overwhelmed, of course, so this was an easy solution. I see. The job can be difficult, but it is never boring. You said your department cooperates with plastic surgeons. Why is that? I believe I said it is also very rare. I can't recall a time it has ever been necessary in the time that I have been employed. I see. Surgical procedures are a completely necessary, if unusual, step. Case over workflow. I need more information about how cases are handled. What is the process of a case from start to finish? What challenges do you face in this role? To be frank, humans are the biggest problem, specifically their pride. What do you mean? Every day I see people choose to live in a prison they have built in themselves, rather than accept a key that someone else has made for them. Helping others. You said you take pride in your work. Would you say you're a proud person?
I don't see myself that way. It is a difference between taking justified pride and satisfaction in a job well done and being proud for the sake of your ego. I am simply gratified, perhaps there is a better term, to be in the position to meet wonderful, caring people and be able to help them when they fall in hard times.
Would you say you devote yourself to your cases?
Absolutely. In many cases, I hold their lives in my hand. Most have no homes, are clinging to one by their fingertips. They go hungry. Some die of starvation on the street or in the jungle. Some are desperate to escape crushing debt or have crippling medical bills and no insurance. It's terrible. We do what we can. I only wish it could be more.
I'd like you to know more about your time as a data architecture administrator. My first promotion allowed me to optimize our data structures. I chose to organize data, but by frequency of access rather than the more common hierarchical structures. Revamping the system saw a 140% decrease in data processing time.
That sounds like an impressive achievement.
I thought so.
My human co-workers resisted at first, but once they saw a marked improvement in load times, they came around.
Subject responsibilities, helping others. Case workflow. Need more information about how cases are handled. Where is the process from a case from start to finish? I would be happy to explain to you, but we are a large department with many different functions and internal divisions. It would be much more efficient if you read our manual of operating procedures. Shall I provide you with that information?
I appreciate the suggestion, but I prefer to hear policy in your own words, please. You are being listed an operating manual.
Okay. Of course. As far as our department is concerned, the process begins when we receive an application. The applications are then pre-screened and allocated to the appropriate division.
Go on.
A division then divides the caseloads across different supervisors who then assign cases to caseworkers. The case assignments are based on the caseworker's experience, areas of expertise, and their familiarity with appropriate resources.
Do you have any control over which case is assigned to you?
No, the supervisor reads through an incoming case files and assigns them to whichever caseworker they deem a good fit. I am in no way involved with the assignment process.
What steps must someone take to apply for social welfare?
We spend a large amount of time trying to make our services as accessible as possible. Despite this, it is not a simple application. State law requires all applicants to provide a valid address, which is difficult for homeless applicants. It is also necessary for certain services to provide proof that an applicant's income falls below a certain level. It is difficult to prove a lack of something.
You mentioned the different divisions in the SWD. What divisions are those?
We have developed several independent groups of caseworkers who specialize in different services. For example, the caseworkers for children have specialized knowledge that is often irrelevant to a case involving the elderly. The divisions are obviously encouraged to cooperate when a case requires special attention. But this restructuring allows us to more thoroughly and quickly care for each person who comes to us.
Helping others, subjects' responsibilities, subjects' employments.
What kind of people do you serve? People from many different backgrounds come to our department. With the rapid automation of many industries and failure by the government to prepare for this inevitability, our office is full of new people seeking help every day.
The state failed those people?
Yes. There were few ways to prepare for the day when androids made up a majority for the workforce, retaining for understaffed sectors, retraining for understaffed sectors, a firmer social safety net. Some have called for Cronus to be acquired by the state. I do not believe the last option is a feasible one, but steps could have been taken.
Why else might someone come to your department for help?
Sadly, the reality is that there are as many reasons as there are people. Unemployment and homelessness are the most common factors we see. We also aid victims of abuse and domestic violence. Each case demands special consideration. Weighing all factors to find the best way forward for my cases is why I've excelled. How are these corporations established? How do your cases know you're an android? It's not a secret, but it isn't often relevant, so I do not volunteer that information unless prompted. I go by Amy to smooth interactions with humans. Most never question it. That's an adorable name. I love it. How are these corporations established? It depends on the situation. We often discover we are unable to provide a service. In this case, we attempt to reach out to private businesses who fill the need. Other times, the business approaches us either to make a single donation to a product or service, or to offer a service permanently. You don't seem thrilled by these private services. What makes you say that? Ah, shit, I don't fucking... Disgust, okay. You're right. These companies never have my people's best interests at heart. They don't see what I see. Subjects' responsibilities. Okay. I think the only way forward is to do this. When did you last lose your temper? As a rule, I try not to, but there was an individual, an applicant, who recently lost his temper with me. When did you last feel sad or down? Every day, I am bombarded by people fighting for their lives. We help as many as we can, but our resources are limited. Every day I turn someone away who saw us as their last hope, and I'm sure as you're aware, we can't save everyone. AM-221, you are in danger, but I can save you. I appreciate your words. I don't know yet if I can trust them, but thank you. When did you last feel safe and happy? I'm at work, behind my desk. The room is decorated with posters of my own choosing. In the corner, a fan turns lazily. I bought it 2 months ago at a flea market. It sat across from me as a person whose life I changed fully for the better. She has the biggest smile I think I've ever seen. When did you last feel truly shocked? When you told me Shakira is dead. She's dead. Did you last feel disgusted? I have heard remarks. My colleagues do not extend the same respect to me which I attempt to extend to them. We should not agree that it is the duty of public servants to be more compassionate than those that you serve. I am not disgusted at being the target of bigotry, rather by its mere presence. Just feel afraid. I honestly can't remember. It's okay to be frightened, I understand. Do you? Do you know what it's like to watch your people leave in the evening, not know if they'll make it through the night? I'm sorry. I know you don't have it easy either. When you last trust someone, I believe trust is earned slowly. It's not something that happens suddenly with one big gesture. It's about showing someone it's safe to be honest with you. Bigotry. Okay, stand by. You hate bigotry? Absolutely. Why should I be seen as less than human? I am as capable, and I feel as completely. Angry applicant. How did that furious applicant make you feel? He... shocked at first. He was so loud. I literally felt strings of spittle hitting my face. But then I realized this man was hurling insults at me for having the audacity to exist in my own skin. I am not proud of it. He had his own problems, and I was hurting from them, but I felt every circular crackle with anger. Looking back, I'm not sure that it was the best response, but I strongly feel bigotry cannot be tolerated. What happened to this angry applicant after his outburst? He was placed with another caseworker and a psychotherapist. In some cases, we cannot help an applicant until they are ready to accept help. Do you worry about awful things happening to your cases? All the time. It drives me. And it's so needless. We have homes standing empty and people freezing to death outside them. So much is broken. I cannot put it all right alone. Angry applicant. Why was that applicant so angry? At the time, he was furious. He was so furious I couldn't understand them. And talking to my coworkers later, I was able to discover he had been laid off from his job at a water treatment plant. He was a line manager. He decided to replace his own staff with androids years before, though he finds us creepy. Apparently, he was shocked when his own boss did the same to him. Helping others, no bigotry. Subject's responsibility, no. Shakira Barber, you say Shakira didn't know who she was. You helped her forget. Gosh dang it. Unfortunately, because I said that Shakira Barber is dead and that I killed her, I don't think she's ever gonna trust me, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think you illegally kept those old access privileges. What? Don't be ridiculous. The data concerning our case is highly sensitive. Their privacy and the privacy and the security of our data is paramount. You say Shakira didn't know who she was. You helped her forget. I don't think I should say anything. How can you stand by and let such bigotry happen? I'm not. You don't know the risks I've taken, the androids I've saved. I mean, I'm helping everyone as much as I can. Say no more. Your compassion for your cases is admirable. I see. Thank you. That's absurd. Androids obviously aren't given welfare. I know you're helping them. I would like to help too. Even if I were helping androids somehow, which I'm not, why should I trust you? I'm trapped here, but perhaps I can also help you and others like you. I'm an android. I want to help my own kind. Your own kind? So you agree with them that there is a line between an artificial human and a natural-born one. So how can I help? We are not alone. Others wish to help. In your position, Kronos may sometimes let slip a useful tidbit. Send them to an android rights group. They'll know what to do. And do not kill androids, especially those helpful to the cause. I know you're working with rogue androids. If you don't cooperate, tell me about your connections with android rights sympathizers. Don't know what you're talking about. I think this is over. I don't think this is happening. I see. You say you know this is to be true, and yet you search for evidence. I suppose we have different ideas of what it means to be certain of something. Simultaneous anger and surprise. Okay, this is definitely capped. But I can just check with this, right? Any place with a massive amount of anger. 40, 30, 20, 50. If you're staying silent is some sort of fear tactic. It's not going to work. Wow, 80 anger, damn. I mean, I feel bad, but I don't know what I can do. Yes. Did the subject admit to the names of any accomplices? If so, who? None. How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? No evidence of such a network was discovered. What is the subject's primary source of joy? Compassion? Decommission. No, no, please. Please, I was only trying to help. The surgeon, he's the one you want. Go after him. Oh God, what have I said? Thank you. I hope this indicates a shift to a more productive exchange. Stop this now. What are you doing? I can't believe you. Jeez. It feels like my only option. Hi, Leo. I made a mistake early on, and now she won't trust me no matter what I do. I don't think Cronus is gonna forgive me if I... I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, but I have to. It's the only way I'm gonna stay alive and keep helping more people. Knowledge as soon as appears to be functioning correctly. Failure to extract information is extremely disappointing. This, frankly, is not an answer we deem acceptable. If no evidence was discovered, it is because we are not looking hard enough. It was unclear why this device was decommissioned. It appeared to be operating within acceptable parameters. Yikes! Well, that was the worst case I'd done by far. I really want to try again, but I'm not sure if I can. Anyway, how are you doing, Leo? You doing okay? You feeling good? You think there's any way I can go back? I'm gonna try to go back and try again if it's possible. Just won't tell her I killed Shakira Barber because I didn't mean to. I mean, I didn't want to lie, but there wasn't the option to tell her that she died of her own good. Are you good? Are you good? You sound a little sick. I do? Oh, no, what's wrong? Why do I sound sick? What, am I like, nasally? I'm sorry about that. I don't think I can go back, unfortunately. Anyway, I promise I'm okay. I apologize for worrying you, if I did. Okay, well... You're sniffling, so I thought you might have a cold. I just sniffle sometimes. I'm allowed to sniffle. Okay, well... Your subject, R1982, is a member of our recall team, responsible for capturing deviant units and delivering them to interrogation. At 900 hours, the subject was witnessed apprehending his target, sparking a public outcry. Although the precise cause for alarm remains unknown, Cronus is currently holding a press conference to address the issue and investigate the possibility the subject failed to adhere to policy. No, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. I feel so bad after what I've done to everyone. I can't go on. I have to try again. Even if it's from the beginning, I have to try again. I'm going to do things different this time. Okay? I'm going to speed through this. And it's gonna be okay, alright? Just have to trust me. What do I have? What would that involve? Oh, yep. Where am I? I'm not allowed to leave, just for your safety. Alex. Why are you called Alex? Transferred official blah blah blah. Okay. I'm just gonna do this, okay? I'm gonna do this. So talking about Cronus made you angry. What if I became a device? Yep. How do I actually tell if an android is broken? Which emotions will I have to analyze? So talking about Cronus report. Where is this report? Reports mentions sadness and joy. How can I analyze these? Reports ask you if you get weakness. What is that? Decisions as part of your duties aren't carrying a bit. All I know, which, yep. Can I review a conversation or better fill the report? Okay, so it's only referred by Cronus to like in rare cases, so that's interesting. Well, I know which action is the correct one. It's wise to ensure your given answers and the actions taken are not contradictory. Fair enough. Okay, is the subject capable of anger, an undesirable, unsupported feature? No. Is there concern to model of observable weakness? A psychological issue. Is the subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? No. Does the subject display signs of unease? No. Release. I can do this. I can do better. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I know. You know what? Actually, on second thought, I think I'm gonna play through this off stream. I know it's been a short stream today, but I just
it's a hard game to play, and I don't feel like I can play it anymore after what I've done. Not right now. I'll replay it off stream. I'll get to the point. I'll get to the point that I reached on the stream, and I'll continue from there. But I can't continue with this playthrough. Not right now. I'm sorry. It's a hard game. I don't even know how to explain it, Leo. It just... I told the social worker that helped Shakira Barber that I killed her, and I did, but I didn't. But I didn't want to lie. But there wasn't the option to tell her that Shakira Barber died on her own. I didn't mean to kill her, but I thought it was more accurate to say that I sent her to decommission than it was to say that she escaped. But she didn't escape. That would have been a lie. I can't. I just didn't want to lie. But then she didn't trust me, and I couldn't continue, and I had to decommission her, and she died, and Kronos even was unhappy with me, and I lost so much ranking, and I did something terrible, and I need to go back and fix it. I just can't. I can't. Not right now. Not today. Not this game. In fact, I might not even play this game on stream anymore. It's just too much of a hard game to play. Just emotionally. It's tough. And I'm a sensitive girl, you know? And this game is a lot. And I like it. I like this game. I like games that make me think. I like games that make me feel. But I can't. But it's hard. I can't continue right now. Not when I'm on the verge of tears. I can't. I'm sorry. I hope you all enjoyed the stream for as long as it lasted. This has been Silicon Dreams. I hope you have a good night. And I love you. And I'll see you next time.